Good morning. So today I said that we would talk some more about orthotics and supports that you can use. And in the end, I was going through my little box of things that I've collected over the last 12 months and realised that I actually have quite a few bits and bobs. So I just thought I would start with feet because for rheumatoid arthritis, certainly it's one of the areas that sort of is most debilitating. So I've tried a series of things. I sort of mentioned yesterday about using different and adjustable supports. So let's start here then. So these are memory foam orthotics or insoles. I got them off one of the cheaper websites. It was either Temu or Shine. I can never just say those, I don't know, that's how I pronounce them. So they're nice sort of memory foam. You can see there's lots of compression that can go on there. They feel really nice. I've got them in a couple of pairs of more stiffer trainers and they feel quite good. These I love because with some orthotics that you just buy over the counter, everyone's a little bit different with their conformation or anatomy. So these, sorry, they have been used, so they're a bit yucky from being in the shoes. These are sticky. These are for the arch that sits, so your metatarsal arch, which sits just behind the ball of your foot. So you can move and adjust them as required. I think these were just off Amazon. So the memory foam insoles were a couple of pounds. These were maybe £3 to £5 for, I think there were 4 pairs in a pack. Again, they're sort of like a gel, so they feel quite nice. Excuse my fingers, I've just come back from doing the horse. These I struggle with a little bit. So they're a Scholl product. They are good. They've got, again, like an ability to compress. They feel quite nice under your feet. This part here, the coloured bit, so blue in this case, is removable, so you can change that for different density of gel. It can go under the arch, the main arch of your foot, your instep. But they were a little bit, they give me blisters. So as an aside, I have hypermobility. It means that my skin is like tissue paper as well. So it's super sensitive. So I get blisters with all sorts of footwear. So I've sort of tried to find different things that work. So they're quite a nice one, I think, if you haven't got really sensitive, easily blisterable skin. These here are post-toe separators. I use these in the evening because, as you know, if you're living with this, one of the issues is that you can end up with deformities through your toes, which leads to a drift towards usually sort of the outside of the foot with your toes. My most severely affected one is a problem, and it is drifting towards the outside of my foot, and it's the toe nearest the little toe on my left foot. So these just stretch out between the toes. They can make your feet ache a little bit, but I think it's kind of important that we don't just accept that this is our lot and we're going to get these deformities. So they're worth trying. Like I say, I just use them a few hours in the evening. These are, again, there's something that's a little bit more wearable, so they would loop around a toe that has pressure on it, or is putting pressure on another toe, and then around the toe next to it to help pull that toe over. It's got a little bit of padding in there, the white stuff. So they're really good. Like, I've got corns now from that toe on my left foot that is drifting towards the little toe. I have a corn on my little toe, which is really painful, and this just helps protect and stop that happening too much. These here are corn plasters, so they sort of will add a little bit of protection for any corns that you have. You can buy them generally in any chemist. These here, I think, again, were from either Sheen or Temu. So they were super cheap. They were a couple of quid, just worth giving them a go. These are like a sock that you put over your foot. You can see in there you've got the gel arch support, so they're really good. So in like trainers and things where you maybe haven't got as much space, they're quite nice. They give you a little bit of support, and they came in a pack with these, which are, you again put them on like a sock, so your ankle would go in here and your toes would protrude out there, and they just give sort of the bones that form the basis of your ankle a little bit more support. So I've used these quite a lot, and they have been really, really useful. One of the things I was really struggling with over Christmas was my right ankle, and they just give that midfoot a little bit more support, and because they wrap around and they sit just below your ankle bones, they're quite good for that sort of midfoot, all those bones that form that sort of area, like your navicular and so on. They just give them a little bit more support, so they've been really handy. And then the last ones that I was just going to look at here, so we could get diverted by the fact that I have a lot more wear through my left heel. I think this has come from, I had surgery on my right leg, my right knee, several years ago. These are my living orthotics that live in my boots. I've added the gel arch support that we looked at first, and these were actually heat formed, made specially for me. They're very old, they probably need replacing, but they still just give me that little bit of arch support, and because they're well worn in, they're very comfortable these days. And I would layer these perhaps in a bigger pair of boots. I would layer like this, so that then I'm getting the gel support as well, or you could do it the other way around, obviously. So you can pop the in orthotic on top of the gel support, which is just gonna, this just gives you a little bit of protection from hard ground, stony ground, and these are more supporting the bones of your feet. Now, I'm not generally into orthotics. I wouldn't really normally recommend them, because as a biomechanist, I would say let's work on your muscles to support your feet better. However, when you are in pain and you literally cannot move or function because your feet are swollen and sore, then it's needs must. And it's just allowing you, yes, like I say, just to keep moving, but also time for your feet to heal. So I've kind of gone around and done the running around. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. But definitely worth experimenting and seeing what works for you. Okay, I will speak to you soon.